kind of start into holiday season 2023, there's a couple of things that you should keep in mind, especially as we kind of move to this psychic side of the world. And I will tell you, I really love when people tell me, like, I really watch out for who my dog likes. Or my crazy cat people that say, I really watch out for which people my cats like or drawn to. And I'm going to add a huge one to this: who my kids are drawn to. This is so important. One of the things that's really important about this is, just like your dog and your cat, young kids are going to be drawn to certain people better than others. And sometimes it's just like, I'm used to this aunt compared to that aunt. And it could be some of that. But I will tell you, over time, if you're doing different activities with that family member and that child is still not engaging with that person, there's something wrong with their energy. Doesn't mean they're a bad person. It just means there's something wrong with their energy that's not kind of really connecting to that child. So that's something to really keep in mind. Your kids, your pets are not going to be drawn to negative energy or people that have negative energy around them. So it's kind of really important to make sure that you're honoring what they're doing. When that child doesn't want to be around someone, don't make them. When that child doesn't want to be around someone else, or that dog doesn't want to be around someone, or that cat doesn't want to be around someone, take that as your hint, a big flashing sign in front of your face that says, this energy is not safe for this person or this child or this pet. So make sure you take note of that. One of the things that I see so many times, and I had a party at my house just a couple of days ago for my street. It was kind of something really small, but I had a great time. But one of the moms had 2 kids. Now, the older one is 4 and she's a little more reserved. And then she has an 18-month-old and she's a little more active and a little more out there. But mom was amazing. Like, kudos, mom, so much. Mom made sure that the children had alternatives. Would you like to say hi to your neighbor? This is your neighbor that lives next door to you. How would you like to say goodbye or say hello to them? And sometimes it was like, would you like to give them a high five? Would you like to give them a hug? Would you like to shake their hand? You know, something else. And one of the things I just added to that is, when the child was meeting someone new, it was kind of like one of the older males on our street, and he's really tall. And so I think she was kind of intimidated by the height more than anything else. And I said, you know what I like to do is I just like to wave my fingers at someone. And so the daughter was like, oh, almost like, oh, I can do that. So we did that to different people. And that was a fun way for her to engage with the person, but at a distance. And eventually she kind of got around him a little bit more and realized he's not as scary as energy as she thought. But that was a great way for her to set her own boundaries. When you are always talking about, like, you need to shake their hand or, you know, give them a high five, you have to touch their energy. That is a crazy way for people to kind of connect energy, especially people that are very sensitive. So that's something to kind of take note of. And I will tell you, waving at someone, or we call it in my family like waving your phalanges at somebody, those are kind of a fun way to do it, so they can still keep that separation for a period of time until they have deemed that that person is safe to be around. And that is the important part of all of this, is make sure that your kids feel safe as they are connecting to other people at different Christmas parties and different Christmas events, that they feel safe. Even if it's a family member that you would think like, oh, I love Aunt so-and-so. Doesn't matter. Your child may not have been around Aunt so-and-so or Uncle so-and-so for a long period of time. So it's nice to really honor what they do and what they bring to the situation.